I found that sniper you were talking about.
That's the end. He's a legend, known as the father of sniping.
I've got experience sniping in urban and marine environments.
What about the forest?
Never.
I see. Well, that forest is divided into 3 areas, a river, a plateau, and a clearing. He should be lying in wait for you in one of those places.
Sounds like this may take a while.
It'll be a test of endurance. Be careful, though. From what I've heard, the End has an almost supernatural knack for camouflaging himself.
So, whoever moves first loses. This guy's over 100 years old, though, so I should have the advantage in terms of stamina.
I wouldn't be so sure if I were you.
Why's that?
I've heard that his body is photosynthetic, like a plant.
What is he, some kind of monster?
On top of that, he can speak to the forest, too.
So in other words, he knows it inside out.
Uh-huh. But he doesn't know you. I'm sure you can beat him.
Don't worry. I intend to.
Alrighty then, now we're on to the 10-minute boss battle of the end. Or at least it takes me like 10 minutes. This is kind of typical, which is actually quite surprising considering that I haven't really played this game for a while. So now I take out the SDV to try to find him. I know it's where he basically is. Alright, but I'm a little off. I have a tree blocking my way, but I can tell that he's there by the glint of his rifle. I'm moving slowly so that he doesn't see me before I see him. And now I'm trying to get him perfectly into my sight. And now not only is there a glint, but I can actually see him as well now. And I switch over to my MK so that I can non-lethally kill him. And I'm not sure if I did all the damage that I could have. And of course, I'm not too bad. So now, usually he leaves the area entirely. And by the area, I mean this whole, stage until, the next place where a load screen is required to enter. So I'm fairly safe as long where I move around. However, where he moves beyond that is anybody's guess, because there are actually several areas he'll go to that he may go to if he really wants to hide. And the thing is, once he goes there, he's going to lie in wait for me with a sniper rifle. The problem is, I don't know where all the areas are, so the result is that I'm not very well prepared for this. I try to see where he is, and I see where he is, and I hide underneath a wall, and I go to take out the needle, and I go and I eat a spot stuff for some reason. I thought that it might have healed any damage I may have taken from the needle itself, but and now I'm throwing away all the rotten food I have, so now I'm sleeping. So yeah, I skipped forward a bit so that all this goes by. I think I was trying to gain health, but I didn't really gain anything from that. I know basically where he is. So if I can get a decent shot. Alright, so now he left the area. And now I can see his footprint, and then I can see him too. And I also know where he's going. And I'm trying to outrun him. Somehow diving when I'm going uphill helps. So now I'm going to try to shoot him. Oh no, I punch his bitch ass out because that's much more hilarious. And I also trank him as he's getting up. Fuck the old. Alright. So now he's running surprisingly faster than me. And I think I was trying to punch him right there, but for some reason the buttons went kind of odd. This is really weird. I was moving really fast. I was making a lot of noise.
Freeze.
And all of a sudden, I could sneak up on him. It's the weirdest shit in the world. So now, I forgot that in order for you to shake him, you actually need to point at his head. But I wasn't aware of that, so I just started like randomly circling. Randomly pointing at him. So now, that I'm pointing at his head, he'll give up the moss camo, which I will put on soon.
Have this.
And since I know I'm gonna have to do this anyway, I was gonna shoot him, and then take the camo and then dive after him. But unfortunately, because the moss camo was so close to the edge of the cliff, I fell down. So now I'm following his footprints, which isn't always the safest way to go, into an entirely new area. So now I have to be a little more sneakily, because if I make too much noise, he may see me or hear me. Alright, so now, yeah, I'm just following his footprints, crawling very slowly. This takes up a lot of stamina, by the way. So now I switch out the moss camo and put on the woodland face paint. The reason I've been using the tiger stripe all throughout this entire run, except for like one part, is because I wanted some continuity between the cutscenes. But I guess I don't need it for this run. All right. So now I'm trying to see where he is, because there's a couple of like bushes where he can hide, but I don't know which one. And I'm kind of afraid that the noise of putting on an inventory item may alert him, but I'm not entirely sure whether that actually is true or not. But you know, me taking no chances. So now I'm slowly crawling over to him. I remember once I super slowly crawled towards him, and he still heard me. That's why I was doing it kind of in pieces. Now obviously there's nothing else to gain except for like items or food. Now I go away from him. Yeah, says the guy who's fighting from a distance. Now he goes over rivers. This is a scene out of Benny Hill, I swear. I just chased him all around. But the thing is, he's getting tired. He's getting tired. He's like 100 years old, and he's being chased through the forest, all through the foliage. So obviously, he's gonna get a little tired. And right there, he has to rest for a little bit. He seems to be gaining very moderate amount of stamina. I missed my bullet. He dropped a flash grenade, and thankfully that didn't blind me entirely. The noise probably seemed to have deafened Snake. I'm trying to get lucky with the Mark 22, but I'm still missing. All right, so now I'm just following him up this road, and again, I was just chasing him, so I'm wondering why he didn't just turn around. I'm sneaking up on him, and I didn't even know that you can actually crawl parallel if you use the pad. And I see a snake. I hope that it's not poisonous. I go away from the snake, move ahead of him so I can get a perfect headshot. I missed once, but thankfully that didn't do too much. Alright, so now I continue to follow him, and I'm also noticing he doesn't seem to be leaving any footprints anymore. Which I guess is the game's way of balancing out the chase scene. Because now that I can't see his footprints, I actually have to be searching for him, and that puts him in the advantage as opposed to me on this little chase scene. I look around to see if there was any split paths that he may have gone to, or any hidden zone, but apparently not. Okay, here I just crawl super slowly, and I don't really get a lot of done. I've been being really cautious here, so I didn't really do much, except crawl really, really slowly toward around this ridge. Alright, so now I'm here. So, whoa. I didn't expect him to hide there, because that's not that much of a vantage point. Because while you may be hidden by the trees, you, alright, I was trying to punch him, but I accidentally pressed the crawl button. While you may be hidden by the trees, you aren't really that, you don't really have that much of a view. Now I tried to fire one bullet at him just for the hell of it. So now he's back in the other direction. In the direction that I took on in the very beginning. At least this makes the cutscene later have some continuity with what's going on. So now I got a little smarter than what happened last time, and now I'm really kind of edging along here, trying to see where he is. Alright, and I don't really know where he's gonna be. That's the thing, and there's a bunch of red spots on my thermal interface thing, so I don't know whether that's him or an animal or a fruit. So I'm very slowly edging along using my camo just very well. And FYI, I actually like this boss battle. It's actually pretty interesting, and it's a nice break from the typical stuff of boss battles. So now I'm moving right along, and I see that he's not in plain view. And now I remembered that once he's too low on stamina, he'll start doing this, asking for photosynthetic powers. And now he's going to die. He saw it coming!